continuously beating me as he's already done this before. And me being a female, I was afraid. I never had any intentions that that man was there. I never knew that that man was there. I had no idea of that man's whereabouts. I'm speaking today to clear my name that I had no intentions to set anybody up. I never set anybody up. I was threatened by an individual that's connected to the source. And this individual has done things physically to me in the past. When he threatened me, I didn't know what to do, but what I did. I'm not looking for clout. I don't care about what anybody else think about me. I just want the truth to be out that I did not set that man up. I had no idea that he was there. I was the victim. I was the victim. I am the victim. And that's why I called. That's why I called. So I just came on here to just give y'all a little brief, just to say I would too. I don't care. I don't care what nobody think. I really don't care. I really just want him to rest in peace, because I never set him up. I didn't set him up. I didn't know he was going to be there. It was never about him. I was the victim. I was the victim. I was physically abused multiple times by this individual on several occasions. So at the end of the day, I did what I thought was the best thing for me to do to protect myself. I don't want to talk to y'all. I don't care. I don't care to get clout. Like I said, the point of this live was to say my truth, that I never set him up. Yes, I was abused that day. I was abused that day. I was the person that was abused that day. And this is what I'm trying to say. This person has physically abused me multiple times. Multiple times this person has physically abused me. I was there. At the end of the day, I was abused by this individual on several occasions, and this person threatened me again. How am I incriminating myself? I'm not in like this. How is this incriminated? I was abused. How is this incriminated? So that's the purpose of me coming here to give this live, to just give my piece, that I never set anybody up. I had no intentions that he was going to be there. It was never about him. I was physically abused by an individual that was connected to him multiple times. Multiple times. So I'm going to end the live. I said what I had to say. Y'all can continue to paint the narrative that y'all want to paint. This is the truth. If y'all want to take it, leave it. However, this is the truth. This is the A. There's a reaction for every action. This is part A. You guys didn't have part A. You guys only had part B. And the narrative, it looks like I was trying to set this man up because you guys don't have part B. I'm giving you part B. I'm giving you what led up to the call. I was physically abused, so I called to protect myself. That's the issue. That's part A. I never had any intentions to get anybody hurt. I was the one that was getting hurt. And I came here to say my truth. That's it. That's all. I don't want no clout. I don't want anything. I just want the truth to be out. All these troll pages, y'all don't know me. None of y'all know me at all. At the end of the day, I'm a woman, and I was physically abused multiple times.
What up? This is HITZ. And so look, the woman that called the police on young Scooter is now in custody. She's being charged. It looks like she's going to be facing about 10 years, hopefully more, because, you know, I'm sure they're going to be really looking into this, seeing what exactly they're charging her with. It could be manslaughter, from what I'm guessing. I mean, her false call on young Scooter caused the unaliving of young Scooter. So this is a very serious situation here. And the police have been blamed too for all this now, because now the police aren't in a negative spotlight, because people wondering like, okay, why didn't he get to the hospital in time? You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to him is still kind of a mystery. But either way, they know that it's kind of falling on the police that he didn't get the right attention, the medical attention he needed right away. I'm hearing they might have kind of took their time and maybe had the young Scooter just sitting there, you know what I'm saying, and not really giving them the attention, really trying to detain them more than help them. So now it's falling on them now with this mistake. Like any mistakes, all eyes on them, you know what I'm saying, all eyes on the police. And it's all the result of this young woman calling the police on young Scooter. She's actually not that young, she's 30 years old, but the whole situation is about that though. Like, let's start there. It wouldn't have happened if she didn't do that. So she swatted young Scooter. She admitted it. She got online. So SWAT is when you call a false call on someone, just like a prank or something. And ironically, it was around April Fool's Day, which is kind of weird, but you know, this was not a prank. This was beyond a prank. This was a bitter woman, in my opinion, because why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? She was trying to get him jammed up with the law. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like he probably was trapping out there, perhaps. You know what I'm saying? It's possible that he really was still trapping, but she had knowledge of that, obviously, and she was trying to get him in trouble. Basically tell on him. You know what I'm saying? Bring the police to his house and, you know, have all that attention about what's going on at that address. Now, she got online talking about, you know, yeah, that was her. Before she got locked up, she was online talking about, yeah, that was her. And, you know, she did that, but because she really did get, you know, hit and stuff. But what she's failing to mention is, no, you didn't get hit that day, though, if you even got hit at all. You know what I'm saying? Because you talking about you got hit like you actively was getting, you know what I'm saying, you was actively a Vic in that situation. You know what I'm saying? She talking about, yeah, he really did hit me and stuff. And, well, when you call, why did you call in third person then? You know what I'm saying? If that's true, you know what I'm saying, why did you call in third person? Did he at one time hit her? Who knows at this point, and who really cares? That's besides the point now, because right now we got a false 911 call. You saying that was you and you did get hit, but you said a dramatic story like there was shots let off, and you know what I'm saying, a woman was dragged back in there and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying, does that even match up with, do you have any injuries to prove that? So no, I would bet that, you know what I'm saying, she was probably contemplating injuring herself at that point to try to make it sound believable, but there's no evidence that she was even there. You know what I'm saying? And if she was there, of course she would have called talking about she was the Vic. Like, what just happened to her? She just escaped the house. They tried to get her. You know what I'm saying? That's how the call would have went. So there's nothing she could say at this point. There's nothing she could say at this point, because a real call would have been authentic. You know what I'm saying? She would have called and said what was happening to her, not someone in the third person talking about some lady, some random ladies in there, and you need to get there as quick as possible. Plus they trapping out of there. So she was just trying to get them jammed up. Now, as they dig more deeper, they're going to probably find out, yeah, this is a girl he probably used to date or something. I don't know if this is baby mom. I don't know who this girl is. Probably just dated her and didn't want her. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, she was disgruntled, obviously. He didn't want her, obviously, or something, and she was feeling a certain way about that. You know what I'm saying? Because Scooter probably still got money and stuff, I'm sure. Because especially if he's trapping. If he was trapping still, You know, he probably still had a bag because he got a taste of that music lifestyle. And some artists, if they fall off, they said, well, they're going back to the streets then. So I'm sure he was maintaining his lifestyle to the best of his ability in the streets, getting it out the mud, you know. And that woman was trying to get him in trouble. I mean, there's probably some truth to what she's saying as far as people coming in and out that house. That probably was his trap house, you know what I'm saying? Could have been his trap house, but now, you know what I'm saying, that woman probably was getting, you know, had a few, maybe they dated for a week or two. Maybe it was just a one-night thing. Either way, she felt disgruntled and she was upset with him because he probably wasn't reaching back out to her. You know what I'm saying? It was his birthday. She probably was calling like, what's up? It's your birthday. And he was not picking up the phone, you know what I'm saying, ignoring her, you know what I'm saying, doing his own thing. And she probably felt a certain way. And she decided she was going to get him in trouble. So this lady is crazy, and now she's arrested, you know what I'm saying? And I think they should throw the book at her, you know what I'm saying? Because she took out a hip-hop legend, you know what I'm saying? Well, I should say at least an Atlanta legend. Young Scooter was almost at that legendary status, you know. He wasn't like the most well-known artist or nothing, but trap, you know what I'm saying? Anyone that listened to trap music or used to listen to trap music around the Gucci era and around the Future, when Future was starting off, anybody that really was a fan of trap music probably knows who Scooter is, you know, and that's a lot of people. So, yeah, he was like a second-tier artist, like a, you know what I'm saying, he's like a second-tier artist kind of, but still, you know what I'm saying, he had that hit, Columbia and Scooter, you know what I'm saying, that was him, you know what I'm saying, that was him. So, yeah, she called as if some other woman was in danger. So, yeah, she called, that was a false police call. Plus, we're going on live admitting it. Yeah, she's cooked, yo. She about to get cooked. That was all cap, that call. Yo, how you going to report as if it was someone else? You know what I'm saying? If there's any truth to it. So, of course, she's an evil woman, you know what I'm saying? And she's going to be doing some time. Hopefully, she doesn't get bail. You know what I'm saying? Because this call could have all been avoided. Like, what happened to Scooter could have all been avoided. You know what I'm saying? Nobody calls and talk about, oh, they dealing out of there. By the way, somebody's injured. You know, that's like the last thing you say. Yeah, that means she was making it up as she was going. She was just angry and bitter and mad. And she found herself where she belongs, in jail. I really hope she don't get bail because this woman needs to sit down. You know what I'm saying? She needs to sit down for the max amount of time. This is like one of those things where you just feel like you took away a rapper that was, you know, valuable to a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? You just took that away from everybody. You didn't just take that, you know, and she feels like, yeah, she didn't mean that to happen and then all that she's trying to say. She said she didn't know it was gonna come to that. I don't even know why she got online opening her mouth because she has the right to remain silent. You know what I'm saying? She got online live. She didn't show her face, but she was on live and talking about what just happened. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how, you know what I'm saying, she really did get hit and all that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get hit. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe nothing she's saying. I don't believe nothing she's saying. At this, like I said, who cares if at this point you wasn't calling because you was in danger. You was calling to get him in trouble. And that's what, let's start there. Let's start there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. This woman is crazy. What's up with her? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with her? You know what I'm saying? Taking out a hip hop legend like Young Scooter away from the people. You know what I'm saying? Scooter, man, that's crazy. Even though he wasn't the most active music artist. You know what I'm saying? You still respect him. You know what I'm saying? You still put some respect on his name. So either way, it feels like a loss out of the hip-hop community and everything, like just for her to had did that, you know what I'm saying, to had taken away an artist, you know, like Young Scooter, you know what I'm saying, that's just an unfortunate situation. And you know, she deserves to be sitting in there where she at. So yeah, she's gonna be seeing that she's gonna get bail, hopefully not, but I'll keep y'all updated as more information comes out. Make sure you stay tuned, hit that like button. Let's get over 100 likes on this video. Make sure you subscribe, check the description box, follow Rap HITZ on all social media and all that. And I'm out.